Hello friends, this is Paisley's Room, a LEGO Friends set that came to me in this crushed box, no thanks to Amazon. We see here a return to the pink and purple of the old LEGO Friends, but they kept the new logo, and here we clearly see who each girl is, and we do see here the front of the set, the camera from the angle, and we get to see the same angle from a slightly different perspective on the back of the box. Alright, let's open it and see what's inside. Well, here we have some paper bags, which I was not expecting in this set. But yeah, finally, paper bags are making it into North America. I actually found out another set with paper bags in the LEGO store, also from the Friends theme. And here is a look at the instruction manual that we will not be using. In fact, I will build the set relying only on the box. So we'll just have to figure it out based on what we see here and here. Alright, let's get started with bag 1. But before we do that, let's just take a quick look at the sticker sheet. So there's not too many stickers here, and some of these stickers might be optional, but I do think that they add lots of useful detail and they look pretty cute. I will be using this brick separator, not included with this set, to apply the stickers, just because I know that in these small sets, LEGO usually does not include a brick separator. Oh, and there's this one piece that's not included in any bag, and it's this 8x16 plate in the light royal blue color. And with the paper bags, you have to be a bit careful, make sure you get everything out, because if a piece is still stuck in there, you will not be able to see it because it's a paper bag, so just keep that in mind. But I'm just going to guess, based on what we see in bag 1, these are the only technical pieces that are visible to me, that we're going to have this gear that's going to turn, and it's going to raise and lower the bed so that we can kind of make it happen as if by magic. So let's see if that turns out to be true. Something like this is what I'm thinking of. Bag 1 surprisingly gives us both mini dolls, Paisley and Liann, as well as Paisley's bunny rabbit, a bunch of accessories for both of them, this cute little rug that goes here right next to the bed, and here we start to make the main build. Plus we have this painting station, or I'm not quite sure what it is, that we also build as a side build. And we have a bunch of extra pieces, plus some pieces that I'm not sure where they're going to go just based on the angles shown on the box. I really do wish that they showed this from the side or the back, but nevertheless, we'll just move on to bag 2 and see what we can come up with. This is the first time I've ever seen a LEGO piece that was not molded correctly, so look specifically at this edge right here, where you can see that it's kind of pixelated, where it goes down a bit, even though it's supposed to be completely straight. So I don't think it makes a big difference here because this is just a decoration, but I do hope that LEGO fixes this very, very quickly, because if you put this on the grid, it could actually have a negative impact. It's very strange to see this from LEGO in the year 2025. Very strange indeed. Bag 2 finishes the build. It gives us this plushie right here, which is new for 2025, and it just builds the walls surrounding Paisley's room. Plus there's these pieces, some of these are extra pieces like this, this, and this, but then there's also these pieces that I have no idea where they go. I don't see any obvious gaps, so it is a mystery. But yeah, let's take a look at the mini dolls. This is Paisley and this is Liann. They are two mini dolls that are included in the set, and they are both very nice to get. They are both well designed and well executed. They both have very nice smiling expressions, and their hair does accept accessories through these mini peg holes, although no such accessories are provided in the set, which is quite unusual because most LEGO Friends sets do include at least one or two of these accessories. And I'll remove the hair pieces just so you can see the printing on the back, and I'll point out with Paisley that there's also side printing all around, and this is something that LEGO is doing with mini dolls, but unfortunately not with minifigures. So I do think that they should start doing this with minifigures also. So again, nice characters to get. Paisley is wearing her pajamas, and here's what she would look like if you were to trade hair pieces with Liann. This is not canonical to the show as far as I'm concerned, but it's just a different look if you want to create different characters based on these LEGO mini doll parts. So yeah, these also make sense. Like if I were to show this to you for the first time, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So again, nice mini dolls to get. And the printing on Liann's torso right here with the tacos might be in reference to her friend and potential love interest Leo, who is another LEGO friend not included in this set.
Leo? You like Leo? I have no idea. Liann likes Leo.
The other two characters included in the set are not named on the box. I forgot the name of this rabbit off the top of my head. It is done in the sand blue color. We also got one of these plushies printed very nicely. I don't know if this is a character that actually talks in the show or if it's just a plushie, but it's nice to get either way. In terms of mini doll accessories, we got these ones right here. We have this book or diary that Paisley is using. It's done in the yellowish green color, and here she has written something. It's kind of hard to decipher, but I think it says Paisley here at the top. And here there's either a heart or a broken heart, depending on how you want to interpret that, so it's pretty interesting. We have this white guitar. We have seen this before, but it's always nice to get, and all of these accessories, by the way, are minifig compatible, so if you're getting this set and you prefer minifigures over mini dolls, at least you can reuse these accessories with your minifigures. So we got here a couple microphones, a couple of these headphones done in the lavender color. We also got this thing, I don't know what it's called off the top of my head, but it's basically what painters use to have basically different colors of paint and just use the paintbrush to dip a color and then actually paint it on a canvas. So that's pretty nice to get. We got two paintbrushes, one in blue, one in green, and we also got spares of each, so 4 paintbrushes in total included in the set. In the set we also got this singular speaker instead of a stereo. A little bit disappointing because they could have just given us these pieces and it would have cost like 1 cent extra to give us like a left and right stereo, but at least we got the one speaker. Then we have this table where it looks like an art studio kind of thing, where this is some paint in like small little jars, and these pieces I'm not quite sure what they are, but I think it's a new mold, a relatively new mold for 2025, or not too long ago. I'm doing this off the top of my head, I did not search the art inventory for the set in advance. And here we have either a canvas, if you want to interpret it that way, or what looks more likely is that this is a YouTube tutorial or just a video tutorial, because I see here a progress bar and some other videos on the side. So basically it looks like this is a video teaching you how to paint or how to draw a cat or other type of animal. That's the most likely interpretation of this thing. And here we have clips on the back, presumably to hold on to the paintbrushes so that they just don't go everywhere. And that actually makes sense. It's good practice to provide these clips for sets designed for young kids so that they can put the accessories here and not lose them very easily. And this thing will fit here. No, it won't. It's pretty tight, but if you remove this rug and rearrange it, then you can fit this here. You'll just need to move a few things around, so it does technically fit in there if you really want it to. But everywhere on the box it's shown as a separate side build, so I'm guessing the idea is that this is Paisley's room, but you kind of have to imagine that it's a bit larger than it really is, and this would be part of the room that's outside of the grid. So moving on to the room itself. So what do we have here? Well, first of all, let's look at it from the outside. I do like the bright light yellow color scheme. It is reminiscent of other builds related to Paisley's house in the past. There's a bit of hodgepodge of colors around the back, but it's not a very big deal, and these sets are not designed to be looked at from the back anyway. This is not an 18+ display model, so I'm not going to judge it as such. There's a bit of extension right here to make this a little bit nicer to look at instead of just having it as a flat rectangle, so I think this was a good choice, and it kind of tells us, hey, there's more to this room than just these pieces. You can actually expand it outward. There's this tree, which I don't know if it is supposed to be on the inside or the outside because it's growing literally out on the wall. We're going to have to use our imagination a little bit here, and the interesting thing to me about this tree is that one of the leaves is actually done upside down. That's pretty nice. The bed was the most difficult thing for me to figure out in this set, besides some of the details of fitting the wall, just figuring out where each piece goes. But this was the other difficult thing, and I'm not quite sure if I got it right. I also have a complaint that this gear is quite loose. It comes off a lot more easily than similar pieces in the past. But the idea, from what I understand, is that you twist this, and the bed opens, and then you can put stuff in the bed. And in this case, we'll put Paisley's diary in the bed. And in theory, it's supposed to fit there nice and snug. Yeah, there we go. It does fit. You just need to put it at the very edge. Otherwise, the bed will not close. So yeah, it does fit as advertised. The guitar can go here. It's like a stand for the guitar. Although you probably want to have like an additional piece to clip it on. And I do believe that you can figure out how to do that with the pieces included in the set if you just move some things around. Or maybe use one of these pieces that I had left over, although none of them is a clip directly. But yeah, I ended up not using any of these pieces in the set. I don't know where they go. I might have missed them looking at the box, or maybe they're just used elsewhere. So it's a bit of a mystery to me. And up until this point, I have not looked at the instructions for the set at all. So I have no idea what I did right, what I did wrong, besides the fact that I have pieces left over that I shouldn't have left over. I do see here a bench. So the idea is that a mini doll like Paisley or Liann will be able to sit here. So she does fit right here and it's quite cozy. But then there's no bench here for the piano. So I'm guessing this is more of a standing thing where they're going to stand together. Paisley and Liann play the piano and sing together, and hold the microphones as well. So you could take the microphones and put them in each one's hand like this. And here's what that would look like. So it's a pretty nice look, although it's a bit obstructed by this wall. But let's take a look through the window. Yeah, a bit difficult to see, but yeah, you get the idea. And if you're playing with this set as a kid, then you're gonna enjoy it a lot more than just seeing it on video. So you can imagine what songs they're rehearsing or playing. And a little bit of a spoiler, but Paisley is Layla, a very famous singer in Heart Lake City. So maybe they're preparing for one of her upcoming songs or something like that. Yeah, and here we have this plushie character that can stay right here. This is either a trophy or a lava lamp or both. And I do like the way that they did the pillow here with the coral color. It's not what we're used to seeing, but I do like it. And overall, I do like the colors used in a set. The pink and purple, or the magenta and purple here, is reminiscent from the early days of LEGO Friends. So it's kind of a mix between a throwback to the old LEGO Friends as well as the new LEGO Friends that uses the teal and dark purple. So it's mixing them all up together in a way that makes sense, especially for longtime fans of the theme. So yeah, lots of good stuff in this set. It's a nice parts pack if you enjoy the pieces here, if you like these colors, if you like these pieces. So it's nice in that sense. Building the set without the instructions was not too complicated. There's only 199 pieces, so one less than 200. And I was able to figure it out using only the box and nothing else. So no 3D view, no instructions, no building phases, no nothing, just the box. It's pretty easy to figure out, although I might have made some small mistakes that don't impact the main visual appearance of the set. So, and just for the sake of comparison, here's what this set looks like compared to the modular bookshop, which is a much larger and more expensive set. But you do get an idea for the size and scale of the thing. I could buy 4 of these and put them together like this. That would be roughly equivalent to 1 floor of this. Move some pieces around, etc. So I do think that the value is there. And one project that I think could be interesting is if you take all the LEGO Friends rooms. So there are other LEGO Friends like Nova, Leo, etc. that also had rooms either released in the past or this year. So what if you were to buy all those sets and try to combine them into a modular building? Would you be interested in me doing that? If you do want to see that, comment down below. And if I get enough comments and enough people upvote those comments, then I will consider adding that to my long list of projects. It's good to see a LEGO set that's not completely ridiculously overpriced. And as a bonus, we got paper bags, or at least I got paper bags for this set. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you going to get this set? Did you already get this set in the past, or did you get any other sets from the Friends theme? Let me know in the comments down below. And be sure to like and subscribe for the next video coming your way very soon. Bye for now.